Once upon a time, in the busy city of Rome, there lived a man named Marcus. Marcus was a kind and hard-working person, always willing to help others. But there was a problem. He could never say no. Whether it was a friend asking for a favor, a neighbor borrowing money, or a colleague dumping extra work on him, Marcus always said yes. Over time, he became exhausted, stressed, and unhappy. His life felt out of control, and he didn't know how to change it. One evening, after another long day of saying yes to everyone, Marcus sat alone in his small home, staring at the flickering oil lamp. He felt trapped. That night, he had a dream. In his dream, he saw a wise old man sitting under an olive tree, calmly reading a scroll. The man looked up and smiled. "Come, sit with me," he said. Marcus recognized him. It was Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher. "Seneca," Marcus said, "I need your help. My life is a mess because I can't say no to anyone. I feel like I'm drowning in other people's demands." Seneca nodded slowly. "Ah, the art of saying no," he replied. "Many people struggle with this, but let me ask you, why do you fear saying no?" Marcus thought for a moment. "I don't want to disappoint others. I want to be liked. I worry they'll think I'm selfish." Seneca sighed. "Marcus, let me tell you a story. There was once a man who carried a heavy sack on his back everywhere he went. People would add their own burdens to his sack, sometimes a rock, sometimes a piece of wood. The man never refused, even when the weight became unbearable. One day he collapsed. The people around him simply picked up their own items and walked away, leaving him broken." Marcus frowned. "You mean, by always saying yes, I'm hurting myself?" Seneca nodded. "Precisely. The Stoics teach us that we must first protect our own well-being. If you give away all your time and energy to others, what will be left for you? Saying no is not selfish. It is necessary." Marcus hesitated. "But how? How do I say no without feeling guilty?" Seneca smiled. "It begins with understanding what truly matters. Ask yourself, does this request align with my values? Does it serve my purpose? If not, you have every right to decline. You must be the guardian of your own peace." Marcus thought about all the times he had agreed to things he didn't want to do. The late nights working for others, the money he lent, but never got back, the endless favors that drained him. He realized he had been trading his own happiness for the approval of others. Seneca continued, "The Stoics believed in living with intention. Every yes should be meaningful. Every no should be firm but kind. You do not owe the world your exhaustion. You owe yourself clarity and strength." The dream faded, and Marcus woke with a new determination. The next day, when his neighbor asked to borrow his tools again, Marcus took a deep breath and said, "I'm sorry, but I need them for my own work today." To his surprise, the neighbor simply nodded and walked away. No anger, no resentment. At work, when his colleague tried to hand him extra tasks, Marcus said, "I can't take this on right now, but perhaps next week." His colleague shrugged and found someone else. Slowly, Marcus began to reclaim his time and energy. He noticed something remarkable. The world did not end when he said no. People adjusted. Some even respected him more. Months passed, and Marcus became wiser in his choices. He still helped others, but only when it felt right. He no longer carried the weight of the world on his shoulders. He had learned the art of saying no, the Stoic way. One evening, as he sat beneath an olive tree in his garden, he thought of Seneca's words. "Protect your peace, live with purpose, say no when you must." He smiled, realizing that true strength was not in endless sacrifice, but in wise boundaries. And so Marcus lived a life of balance, guided by the wisdom of the Stoics. He was no longer a slave to others' demands. He was free. The lesson was clear. Saying no is not a rejection of others. It is an affirmation of yourself. And in that simple truth, Marcus found the truest form of freedom.